You're listening to the start of your NFL week. You're listening to the Opening Whistle Radio Show. Right here on MessonRadio.com. Now, here are your hosts, Albert Albanese and Avi Schiffman.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Opening Whistle Radio Show right here on Messon.com. I'm your host, Albert Albanese.
I am Avi Schiffman.
And today we have a very special guest in studio. Everybody say hi to Jessica McKeever.
I think it's more like Jess
McKeever. Yeah, you say hi to everybody.
Say hi to everybody else.
Yeah. So,
don't sound too excited to be here.
Yeah, really, you know.
Just taking selfies as we speak.
Yeah.
I'm on the Snapchat.
This was our mistake.
It's okay.
You invited me.
I did invite you.
Literally all you.
Yeah, this was all my fault, guys. If anybody can say anything, it's all on me. So, as you know, we're here live, and we're on your radio. So thanks for joining us if you're out there listening to us. And, of course, as usual, do yourself a favor and give us a call if you want us to, if you want to join in on the conversation. Avi, do you have the number?
Of course I have the number.
609-910. It's on a piece of paper over there.
910-0687.
There it is.
609-910-0687.
I usually come prepared with that, and my sticky note is in my pocket in my jacket, which is outside of the office. I obviously I did not come prepared. All right, we're off onto a great start. So yeah, guys, give us a call if you want to join in on the conversation. So we're gonna start off kind of like what we usually do, and I want to try to do a little bit more of a briefer rundown of some of these games. We can really get into like the hotter topics. I think that this week the biggest topics are, as always, the Jets are going to be a big topic on the show, and Jess is a long-suffering Jets fan just like I am.
Good. Well worded on that one.
Yeah, I know. We both are tortured. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Jets. Obviously, we're going to have to talk about Avi's Cowboys a little bit too. And there's a couple of big surprises, a couple of really big games that happened this week, and there's a couple of upsets this week that were actually a little surprising too. So let's dig in. We'll start off real quick. We'll go with the Vikings and the Lions. Avi, the Vikings are 9-2.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And Case Keenum is still their quarterback, and I mean, am I right? They're for real, right?
The Vikings are for. We knew that they're for real. The only question is Case Keenum.
Case
but
Keenum,
he's been great.
21 for 30, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown.
He's doing everything he has to do for a team with a great defense, the best defense in the NFL.
I mean, do you see them slowing down at any point?
No, I don't see them slowing down, not at all. And we'll see how they, if they can get home field advantage in the playoffs. Remember also where the Super Bowl is this year. It's in Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the tale that's finally going to be woven.
Maybe it's possible,
but seems like it never happens.
But Case Keenum, I don't know. Just Case Keenum's the quarterback, so I don't know if I can see him in the Super Bowl. But they beat a team they should have beaten. Lions aren't playing so great this year.
Well, the Lions are 6-5.
Yeah,
they're not playing terrible.
That's true. But the Vikings are clearly a better team.
Oh, absolutely.
And they should win this game. They should have won that game, and they did.
Yeah, I mean, I predicted the Vikings to go pretty far early this year, and I think that a lot of people were discounting them. And I like the Vikings.
But Case Keenum has been really, really good.
He's been really good.
He's been really good for them.
He has the ability to be a starter next year for some team.
Oh, absolutely. And listen, maybe the Vikings will want to take a look at him, keep him. Why not?
And if that's the case, maybe Teddy Bridgewater goes somewhere else.
That's true. We'll see.
Anything else big that stood out to you about that game, or can we just breeze by it a little bit?
No, nothing really. Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
That's I don't really want to talk about the game after that, but
well, we're gonna talk about that now. Jess, this is where Avi breaks down every week, because we're about to talk about his Cowboys.
Yes, I know, because I listen every week.
Well, then you probably can see what's coming now. The surprising 5-6 Chargers beat the 5-6 Cowboys 28-6.
Surprising?
Yes.
Chargers?
Yeah.
They're surprising. Surprising 5-6.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't know how to win games.
But you know what? This is how. But that's true. They don't know how to win games, and
they won 5 of them.
Look at the last 2. Look at how they're playing now.
No. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying they don't know how to win games, and they won 5 of them.
That's true. But this team, we had high expectations for them this year. No.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be a good
we
team.
have high expectations for them every year.
They're in the AFC West right now. They're probably the favorites right now. They're probably the pick right now to win the AFC West.
I'm going to be honest. I don't want to play the Chargers in the playoffs.
You don't want? Oh no, I don't want to play them. No, absolutely not.
I would. If I'm a team, I do not want to play the Chargers.
Phillip
in the playoffs.
Rivers is playing great. Look, Keenan Allen the last 2 weeks.
Phillip
Monster.
Rivers finally realized that he has to take care of his 975 kids by playing good football, and I'm proud of him.
74.
It's 74
974,
kids?
yeah.
974. I'm sorry. You're right.
Get your facts right.
You're right. My numbers are off.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're right. But listen, Keenan Allen, look at his last 2 weeks.
Keenan Allen was 11 for 172 and with a touchdown.
30-something points this week. And last week he had 42 points. Fantasy.
I mean, this is the Keenan Allen that everybody was expecting last year.
This team is pretty stacked. This team is, Who
is Austin Eckler and why does he keep doing well? I mean, Melvin Gordon, he does what he's supposed to do. Melvin Gordon's not that good.
Good
he just
defensive
gets a lot
line.
of volume.
Yeah. This is a scary team, absolutely. But you know what? Listen, let's be honest. Are they really scary? Because there's only really two teams in the AFC that are, the Steelers and the Patriots. That's it. It's one of those two. Pick one.
Well, speaking of picking things, you picked to be a Cowboys fan, and now we're gonna let you talk about it.
Well, I really want to talk about Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott was 20 for 27, 197 yards, 2 interceptions.
Listen, Dak. Honestly, he's worrying me. He's got to play better. I don't care. Listen, Zeke Elliott's out. He's the best player for sure, but he's got to play better. Dak, have you watched him? He's not been good.
No,
he's not been good. Even this year, he has not been good, and it's worrying me a little bit.
Is this a sophomore slump, or do you think this is who Dak Prescott really is?
I think it's a sophomore slump. I don't think this is who he really is. Honestly, I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it, but he has to play better. He's got to get some of the blame. Yeah, the coaching staff has got a lot of the blame too, and Zeke Elliott being out, but he's got to play better. It's not even doubt. He's got to run more. He's got to run the ball more. He's got the legs. He can do it.
I agree.
And he's just missing receivers. He's overthrowing them. He's had a problem with that. He's not the most accurate quarterback.
Right.
But he is worrying me right now, and the Cowboys are in trouble. And this is why Zeke Elliott, he should have just taken the suspension in the beginning of the year. I don't think he should have been suspended, but this is what the ramifications are.
This is where we're at. There's nothing we can do about it. This is where we're at.
They're just not looking good right now. The Cowboys, they're falling fast.
No, and it's I feel for you. I mean, me and Jess can't really say much because we're both Jets fans.
Do you?
I just want to cry all the time.
I think we kind of do every week. Jess and I usually text each other during the games, and it's never anything positive, even when the Jets are doing good.
But the Jets are playing better than the Cowboys right now. Honestly, their offense is looking pretty decent. Except, we're getting into that game.
I'll get into my soapbox a little bit later about the Jets.
Okay, we can talk about that.
Anything closing about the Cowboys?
But yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think about the Cowboys? What do you think about Dak? What's the problem right now?
I think their problem is that they were overhyped, and I think that Dak Prescott, was a good game management quarterback, and now they're having to put the ball in Dak's hands a lot more with Zeke out. And the Rod Smiths and Alfred Morrises of the world aren't Ezekiel Elliott.
They're not. And that's it. Ezekiel Elliott. That's the reason. That's it. That's the big.
And they're missing. And his name always escapes me. The big guy on defense that was out this week.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a problem. Also.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Dak has to play better, but Zeke being out is the main reason.
Yeah,
and Sean Lee.
Sean Lee.
They haven't won a game. They're 0-5 without Sean Lee this year, and 5-1 with him. That says something also.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's huge.
But Dak is worrying me. He has to play better. They have a huge game this week against Washington coming up on Thursday, and that's if they lose, they're done. If they win, they have to win. It's a must-win game for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they want to stay alive. So we'll see how he does in this game. He has to show up.
I don't disagree. All right, so we're going to move on to your two teams in your division. The Redskins are 5-6. They beat the Giants, who are now 2-9, 20-10. Not really a lot to go over in this game. Kirk Cousins had a great game, 19 for 31, 242,
Eli is
2
terrible.
touchdowns. Jamison Crowder, how about that? 7 for 141 with a touchdown. And how about the emergence of, a lot of guys are out in Washington. Samaje Perine, 24 carries, 100 yards, 3 catches for 30 yards. Here's a guy who came out of nowhere, and he's playing really well.
He was a good college running back. He was very good. Oklahoma, very good. But can we just talk about how bad Eli is? And we talk about it every week.
Do you want me to give him his line real quick?
It's enough already.
13 for 27, 113 yards and an interception.
It's enough already. Didn't I say, how long have I said, why doesn't he get any of the blame? Why doesn't he get any of the blame? He's not good anymore. How many times do we have to talk about this?
I agree. Jess, we had this debate last week. Yes. I know you're not a big Giants fan, but at this point, should Eli Manning still be their quarterback?
No, I literally said this last season.
I know
Remember?
you did.
And Mike gave me so much crap about it.
Yes.
And I agree with you.
He needs to I said this last season that he needed to retire. However, he's living in Peyton's shadow.
And always will be.
He wants to come off like his brother did. He wants to retire after he wins another Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Yeah.
That's not happening.
And listen, he has 2, and so does Peyton. So
I said this last season. I think I've been saying he needs to retire. They need to bench him, and they need to get over it and just cut their losses. And
yes,
I agree. You know, look, it sucks because I can understand from a Giants fan's perspective. You know, here's a guy who's done everything that you wanted to do as a quarterback and as a franchise player for your team. But I mean, at one point you have to understand that some of these guys are hindering your team by keeping them around. The Jets realized that with Darrelle Revis and they didn't bring him back this year. Now Revis just signed with the Chiefs and will play the Jets. I'm going to that. I'm going to that game.
Oh, you are going.
I am. I got
oh my gosh!
today.
Can't you see him having like 3 picks?
I'm thinking it's going to happen. I'm thinking it's going to happen.
However, do you see that if Eli retires from the Giants, the Jets will pick him up?
No.
What?
They're gonna pull up Brett Favre.
Jets?
They're gonna pull up Brett Favre.
Brett
and they're just
Favre.
gonna pick him up.
Brett Favre was
because that's what we do.
Brett
we
Favre-
take everybody's second-hand quarterbacks and we're just gonna scoop him up, and we're gonna be like, "It's okay. We know you."
Brett
still
Favre
want
had-
LA."
I don't deny what she's saying, and I can see
that's
the
ridiculous.
Jets picking up a guy like, if he becomes available, Teddy Bridgewater or Kirk Cousins or Alex Smith. I don't think they'll pick up Eli.
No way. First of all, he wouldn't play for the
Eli's
He
done.
wouldn't play for the Jets. First of
I
all.
think
he's not playing for another team.
I think that Eli retires after this
Giant.
year. If the
A
Giants, if the Giants say, Eli, we can't have you back, you suck now. They're gonna go. Okay, he's gonna go. Okay, I guess I'll retire now.
Yeah, that was a good impression.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, but it's time already.
It's time.
Brett Favre. First of all, Brett Favre could actually still play a little bit when he came back.
Yeah.
So he did. He hit that year with the Vikings, MVP type season.
Yeah.
But Eli is just not good anymore. You watch him, it's just hard. It hurts you to watch him play. No, he can't throw.
It's disheartening. It really is.
I don't want to hear Odell not being there. Okay, he's not good anymore. That's it. Done.
I agree. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next game. There's not much to talk about in this one. The Bengals beat the Browns 30-16. The Browns are exactly who we thought they were going to be, and the Bengals beat bad teams.
Yeah.
I mean, is there really much else to say?
Yeah, the Browns are 0-11.
And the Bengals are 5-6, and they've pretty much only beaten bad teams.
Wow, good for you. Good for the Bengals. They beat the Browns. Look at that. I think Marvin Lewis is going to keep his job another week.
Yeah, for another week at least.
I think they're going to sign him to an extension, actually.
Maybe, because
a 20-year extension for beating the Browns.
If they go 8-8, he's on an extension.
Oh, he should get a big extension. He should get
and a bonus to boot.
Oh, absolutely. He should get Bill Belichick money.
Yeah, agreed.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to get into the next game, which is going to be a big hot button topic, being that there are 2 suffering Jet fans in this room. The Jets lost to the Panthers.
Josh McKeever lost you the game.
No. The Jets,
I hate him.
I know you do.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Wait,
can I just say one thing?
Before we get into that, can I have the phone number again?
Oh.
So that we can throw that out there again.
Of course
for
you
people
can have
who
a phone
may
number.
want to.
609-910-0687.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
609-910-0687. Give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call, guys.
Jets fans, Giants fans, Cowboys fans, Browns fans, anybody.
Any fans.
Any fans.
49ers, Redskins.
Fans of Albert, fans of me, fans of Jessica. Anybody.
I have the most, so call me.
Wait, can I just say one thing?
Sure.
He's a veteran quarterback, right, Josh McCown?
Yeah.
Would Tom Brady make that throw when he's getting sacked? Would he try to make that throw? Would Aaron Rodgers, any of these great quarterbacks, try to do that?
I've seen it happen.
It's so Jetsian for that
It
play,
is.
right?
It is.
He lost the game for them. That was
No.
a big play.
All right, look, I'm going to say this now, and here's me getting on my soapbox before I let Jess take the floor and she can get on hers and talk about how much she hates Josh McCown. Because I have a genuine question for Jess. Actually, yeah, all right. Let me ask Jess her question first, and then I'll get on my soapbox. Okay, Jess, you hate Josh McCown.
I do.
What did the Jets need to do a quarterback now?
Chris Hackenberg.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you saying Christian
Didn't we tell you-
Hackenberg?
We told you he was going to be nothing, that guy.
Are you saying Christian Hackenberg because you find him attractive?
Yes.
Or are you saying Christian Hackenberg because you think he actually has talent?
I'm going to say Bryce Petty because
Okay.
he actually
Didn't you just say
has-
Hackenberg?
I'm going to say Bryce Petty because he has talent, but I'm going to say Chris Hackenberg because I like looking at him.
These guys that you just mentioned are going to be – they're not going to be in the NFL in 3 years.
I don't deny the fact that Jess does have a little bit of a point that if the Jets really want to see what they have, they should start Bryce Petty. I don't think Hackenberg has anything.
But do you think Petty has anything?
I think Petty has proved himself to be...
I think McCown's better than Petty at this point.
I think that Petty proved himself to be the starting quarterback in training camp and got hurt.
In training camp.
And I think that...
But put him in a real game.
I think he would have started this season and we could have seen what he was about.
McCown's a better option right now. Still. You don't think so?
I think that until the Jets are officially mathematically eliminated from the playoff contention, Josh McCown will stay their quarterback.
Let me ask you something.
But I don't deny the fact that once the Jets are out, they should at the very least take a look and see what they have in Bryce Petty. Oh wait, hold on, hold that thought. We have a caller. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work this week on the first shot. Right now, I just hit the button and I don't hear anything. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, it's Miriam from Bradley Beach, New Jersey.
Hi, how are you?
And I just want to say that you are all doing an extraordinary job. Keep up the good work.
Well, thank you very much. That means a lot to us. So what would you like to talk about with us tonight?
Well, I want to ask you if the Giants could get anything for Eli in a trade.
At this point, I don't know if I don't really. All right, so the trade deadline passed, and we did know that there was interest in Eli from the Jaguars at one point,
right?
And the Jaguars did want to give a shot. I don't know what they would have gotten back. I mean, I'm guessing it would be a low round draft pick. I can't see any more than that. But at this point, I just think that I don't know if anybody
I would take
wants
Blake
him.
Bortles still over Eli at this point.
I don't deny it. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I mean, we'll talk about Bortles in a little bit, and I'm not his biggest fan, but I just think that at this point Eli he's overstayed his welcome, and I don't think that anybody's going to really want to take a chance on an older quarterback who's now proving that maybe his talent is starting to dwindle.
I agree with you.
That is a very excellent point, and I want to thank you so much for answering my question.
Of course.
And we'll continue listening to your program. Thank you again.
Thank you for calling. We appreciate it. All right, so that was awesome. We got a caller and a new caller to boot, so that's always fun.
Yeah. Very good.
So now I see what your point
I just had a question for you.
Of course.
Bryce Petty is your starting quarterback this year. What's their record, the Jets?
I can't see. They're probably going to still
5-5.
You think so?
5. They think they're going to have more
5 and
wins.
6 it would be.
5.
You think they're going to they would have more wins than they have now?
Yes.
Okay.
Bryce
look.
Petty.
All right. Here's the thing. Bryce
I
Petty.
think I think McCown has made too many mistakes.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen.
McCown's been good for the most part. He's been good for the most part this year. McCown has played pretty well.
He's played decent. Here's my thing though, and here's Albert getting on his soapbox. Jets are 4-7 right now. Right now, the Jets should be 6-5. And I know that this is going to sound crazy, but the referees for a second week has screwed Austin Seferian-Jenkins out of an obvious touchdown.
Yes, I was surprised by that too.
Again, I'm going to lower my mic a little bit because I'm going to be screaming for a couple of seconds. Okay, so here's my thing. The first time, I get it. The guy lost possession of the ball. He fumbled the ball out of his hands. It came out. There was clear as day photographic evidence that he did not have control, but he did pull it back into his chest, roll over with the ball, stay in bounds, his back at the pylon while he had control of the ball. And I completely agree that should have been a touchdown. This past week, he had the ball in his hands the entire time. It was ruled a touchdown on the field again.
Unbelievable.
And once again, Dean Blandino is on the headset saying, well, I don't really think there's enough evidence to overturn it. And the referees overturn it again.
Twice.
How many times can Austin Seferian-Jenkins honestly get screwed out of an obvious bad call, an obvious touchdown, and there not be something to do about this? And the point I want to make the most out of all this obvious, it's not just ASJ, it's a lot of other people too. Why is it that we are in 2017 and we still have no idea what defines a catch? Why?
And these guys are getting paid to make these decisions. And they're
These
getting
guys
them wrong.
are professional.
They're getting them wrong.
They're professional referees.
The Jets got screwed at 2 games this year.
This is the second game.
You know?
That would have been a go-ahead.
If that was Odell Beckham or Antonio Brown, touchdown.
I guarantee it's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
And that's the favoritism that Jets fans have always been talking about with guys like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. We always say that these guys are, they're and Drew Brees is another one. Matt Ryan's getting up there now. Elite players get the calls. Austin Seferian-Jenkins is he's a tight end.
Listen, you know what? I know it's frustrating. They're 4-7, but listen, I cannot believe I'm saying this. The Jets are better than the record is. They're much better than the record is.
They are, and
they listen. I thought they were going to win yesterday. I thought they were going to win the game.
I kind of had a feeling that.
Listen, they made mistakes. You know, Josh McCown made a big mistake.
He did.
But this team is better than their record is, and this team legitimately had a shot at the playoffs. I don't know. They
not anymore.
Not anymore. They still have a shot.
I mean, mathematically, they're not eliminated, but they're. I mean, I think we're to a point now where I think that. All right, so as a Jet fan, I'm going to sit here and tell you that this is not a team that I think is playoff worthy. I do admit. I do admit this. Robbie Anderson is something, man.
Oh my gosh,
Robbie Anderson! I know you sat him in your fantasy league.
I did for some reason. I don't know why.
But he was He had 6 catches for 146 yards.
He's one of the best deep threats in the league now.
He is playing as a monster.
You should be happy about him.
At the very least, now Jess, as a Jets fan, can you at least see that there is some potential next year for this team?
If we're not gonna, I don't know. We need to make some major changes if there's gonna be potential. I feel like we don't play as a team. We have very good individual players. But I don't think we play as a team.
You have a lot. No, you don't. You have a good individual players. So they're playing over their heads too. I think.
I think they're playing.
Some of the guys.
They're playing better than they should be.
Listen, they are. But this team has played well enough. They're playing. Honestly, I think they've had a better year than the Bills. They're playing better than the Bills.
It seems to be that we either one year have an amazing offense and the defense can't keep up. Or we have an amazing defense and our offense can't keep up.
And we're in the latter right now. I mean,
that seems like how it always is.
You know,
it's got to be frustrating though, because this team has played really well this year. Way over their heads.
I don't know if I can speak for Jess in this situation, but in all honesty, I'm not frustrated. I'm not as frustrated this year as I was in past years, because we were supposed to win a game, no game.
Yesterday was such a big game for them though.
This season I'm frustrated because I get frustrated every time we lose. But I also wasn't expecting us to go far.
At least, I predicted the Jets to win 4 games.
But you should be upset because
4 games already.
You should be upset that they got screwed out of 2 games.
I'm ridiculously upset.
They should have won yesterday. They should have beaten the Patriots. You know,
I agree.
It was such a big game yesterday.
We always
and then you play the Chiefs. You play the
agreed.
And then
every time.
Agreed.
We always
think about how big the game was. You have the Chiefs coming in who are playing terrible.
They are.
And that was man. If they won this game yesterday, and the Chiefs come in and they win that game. They're right in there.
Yeah.
They're in that wild card.
In all honesty, if the Jets would have won this week and they would have won against the Patriots, the 2 calls weren't going to be blown. Just think about this. The Jets would have the same record right now as the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And that's scary to think.
Crazy.
All right, so let's move on before I have an aneurysm. It's hard.
Don't do that.
It's hard to be a Jets fan. Briefly, Titans beat the Colts. Titans are 7-4. The Colts now dropped to 3-8. Titans. This is a huge win for the Titans, though.
It is, but you know what? Another guy, Marcus Mariota. He's not
17 for 25, 184 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions.
I know he was your pick this year to be a breakout stud, but he hasn't been doing.
He hasn't proven it.
This team, I don't know. Every week, it's like they're good, but they're not. Like I said, let's be honest. They're going to get in the playoffs, and then they're going to lose to the. They're going to play a wild card game. They might win. Then they're going to lose to the Patriots or the Steelers.
I'm not going to deny that. But we're at a point where that's kind of.
But they're not. What are they? 7-3 now? What are they?
7-4.
7-4. 7-4. It's pretty shocking.
It is
actually.
Carolina. We talked about this. Carolina's 8-3. They're another team. The Titans are 7-4. They both don't seem like those are their records. They seem like they lost a lot more games. Wait. We got another call, guys. Hold on. Let me see if we can get this working right. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Ari from Linden.
Hey, Ari. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. What do you got for us this week?
So I actually started watching late or listening late because I just got home.
Are we on TV?
For a little bit, but,
are we on TV? No. Okay.
Hey,
what's that?
Are we on TV?
Don't make fun of our listeners, Avi.
No,
it's not.
No. I meant to say listen.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
Are you making fun of me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. He was.
I know you too well.
All I wanted to say is I want to talk about the Cowboys for one moment. But one thing I wanted to say was if Dak Prescott was Ali's father, he would never have come into existence because Dak Prescott cannot perform.
Really? Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Oh, that was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, again, anything else?
No, I think
that's it? That's it?
That is the most solid phone call.
I would talk about the 49ers. I think Garoppolo was great going for 2.
Yeah.
But,
ran around a little bit.
All right. Yeah. So once the 49ers start getting better, hopefully at some point next year, maybe I'll have much more to talk about.
That's all right. I've been taking ripped by this guy for a long time.
I hope for your sake that Garoppolo is the quarterback that you guys.
I hope he breaks his leg, and I hope the 49ers. I hope he breaks his leg. I do.
You're gonna feel.
I hope all the Niners. I hope they all run on the field and they just trample all over each other, or they just all break bones in their body. How about that?
No, I need Carlos Hyde for fantasy.
That's awful.
No, it's not. Come on. You would think
happens next week, you're gonna feel real bad.
No, I will not feel bad. It'll be funny. You would laugh. You would laugh.
Oh,
you would laugh,
crap.
Albert, if that happened.
I might, just for the irony of the situation.
Come on, Ida. You think that's funny, right?
I might think it's funny, but no, I wouldn't think it's funny.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anything else?
I think that's about it for today.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for your call, man.
I've done enough damage.
Always a highlight of the show when you call in.
What's that? What did you say?
So there's always the highlight of the show.
You
when
said
you call
we're
in.
never answering your phone call
I
again.
appreciate that.
We're never answering your call
You're
again.
never answering me again?
Oh, no.
I'll just keep calling. I'll just keep calling and block every other caller.
Ari, here's the thing. I have control over that, so Avi can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you
Sounds
again.
good, guys.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
It took him like, I bet you he sat down there. It took him like 20 minutes to think of that joke.
Well, you know what?
He knows it too.
He nailed it.
He did. It was funny. It was funny.
It was
Whatever.
funny.
I can take a cowboy ripping. What are you going to do?
Yeah, so...
Somebody call in and make fun of the Jets. It's not fair.
Okay, it's not that hard.
I know. It's really not that. Butt fumble. Yes.
Oh, that was... I did post something that was the highlight of the most memorable play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Mark Sanchez was number 1 on a list for the first time in his entire life.
I don't think I've hated anybody more than I've ever hated Mark Sanchez.
I liked Mark Sanchez.
It's okay.
How about Nero?
How about no? All right, so we'll move on. Bucks are 4-7. The Ryan Fitzpatrick led Bucks lost to the Falcons. Falcons are 7-4, and don't look now, but the Falcons actually look like they're getting their crap together.
Yeah, they're coming together. They're looking like the old, Falcons of last year.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl team. They're definitely in the mix.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, the Bucks. I know that Ryan Fitzpatrick is one of your favorite players of all time, Jess.
Fitzy.
So, how do you feel about Fitzpatrick actually winning 2 games for the Bucks?
It's just 2.
That sounds like the Jets, right?
I mean, like, he didn't. It's not like he traded up.
No.
Or it really goes to show that it wasn't our team. It was our quarterback because it's not like he went somewhere else and was like
the greatest quarterback.
And he's like
ever.
now like they're undefeated.
Yeah, he was.
It really. I said this last year. We should have benched him a long time ago.
I don't. Disagree.
Never should have brought him back. Never should have brought him back. Give him that money.
So
highway
stupid.
robbery right there that they gave that guy.
Yeah.
You know what they should have put in? Chris Hackenberg.
Mm-hmm. That guy's never going to start a game in the NFL.
Oh my God!
I just read an article about them starting Chris Hackenberg.
Oh really?
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not going to. No.
I really think that Petty.
This is the only year. I mean, if they're out of the playoffs, maybe they give them a shot. But
Hackenberg. Hackenberg. I'm going to go to all the games and start chanting.
Well, I'll be there this week, so
start the Hackenberg chant.
You can tailgate with me before the game.
That's all I'm doing because I have no money.
Fair enough.
I can't get in.
I paid $35 for my ticket.
Just tell him you're Hackenberg's girlfriend. How about that?
Oh my God, I would home wreck that relationship so quick.
Oh my God. Coming from the only person on this panel who's in a committed relationship right now.
He knows I would too. I've told him. I told him if we didn't start dating, I was gonna go plant myself at the Jets preseason like warm ups and everything, like open practice, and with my sign. Chris Hackenberg. I follow him on the gram.
Of course you do.
I think you're the only one.
Yeah, you might be one of 2.
It's so exciting.
It might be you and his actual real life girlfriend.
Yeah, I'd home wreck that so quick.
Oh my God. All right, so getting back to the football business.
Or we could talk about Chris Hackenberg. Fine, go back to football.
Short conversation. So how about Mohamed Sanu and that pass?
Yeah.
That he made to Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Was that not incredible?
That was a good throw.
Unbelievable.
That was a good throw.
I feel like the Falcons are getting a little bit of their mojo.
But I don't know what the hell. I mean, they take away from Matt Ryan's touchdown. What the hell, fantasy wise?
I know.
Throwing a touchdown.
I know.
What are they doing? It's the MVP, right? The MVP.
I know.
The league.
I know.
But it was a good throw. It was a great throw.
No, their play has been a lot better. Their play selection has been better. They've been involving more people in their offense. I finally think that maybe that this is the team from last year, and maybe they just couldn't find themselves earlier on this year.
Look at that division. Look at that division, man. Whew. You got 3 teams maybe in the division
that can make the playoffs. Absolutely.
It might happen. New Orleans, Carolina, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, and we'll talk.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about the Saints in a little bit. The Panthers are 8-3 right now, and it's a surprising 8-3. They're playing well, but I kind of feel like they're a little bit under the radar from last year, being that how better.
If only Cam Newton was playing well.
He's not playing bad. He's not playing like Cam.
He's not playing like Cam. I mean, you can't hold him to the standard of 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he had another rushing touchdown this week, but he didn't throw for one.
Yeah, and Luke, listen, they got fortunate also. Listen, they got a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They had the fumble for the touchdown.
And that's the thing. Like, Josh McCown was 19 for 36, 307 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he lost.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Football's a crazy game. But I'm glad for the Falcons. I'm glad they're getting back on track.
Yeah, they're all right.
Let's talk about everybody's favorite team in the room, the New England Patriots.
Yes.
9-2. They beat the Dolphins 35-17. All right, so Jess, I kind of know obvious opinion on this, and I think we're to a point where it looks like it's going to be either the Patriots or the Steelers going to the Super Bowl. So, which team are you picking?
The Steelers.
Why?
I hate the Patriots.
That's why?
Okay.
She's just like me.
My thing is like, I hate the Giants as a New York fan because I hate Giants fans.
Agreed.
Because like people who are from New York, North Jersey, if you don't watch football, you like the Giants. So it's my team. However, I hate the Patriots because I don't like Tom Brady. I think he's overrated.
But Jess, I can see you wearing Uggs. Tom Brady wears Uggs too.
I know.
That's blasphemy.
Tom Brady wears man Uggs.
Overrated.
I'm going to boycott Ugg now.
Overrated.
I'm going to boycott everything that Tom Brady does.
Just don't buy your boyfriend man Uggs for Christmas.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, don't do that.
I'm going to start online shopping for man Uggs.
Oh God.
I'm going to start a Twitter poll.
You love Tom Brady. Don't lie.
See, I really don't.
5 Super Bowls. Come on.
Nah, I mean,
overrated.
I hate him.
Yeah, of course you hate him, but you got to respect the guy.
I mean,
but I hate him too much to respect him.
I know. You wish he was a Jets quarterback.
No, I don't.
You wish you had him all those years.
I don't even wish that.
Yeah.
Not now. I'm saying you wish you had 5 Super Bowls.
I think
Yes.
the Patriots in general kind of like.
Of course, who doesn't hate the Patriots?
I think you just need to stop. It's not fun anymore.
Stop being good.
Like when it's the Patriots have been in the Super Bowl 4 million times. I'm over it.
I'm sorry to tell you, they're going to be there. They're still around. Tom Brady's going to be around for a while.
I think we just need to bench the whole team next season. You don't get to play this year.
Can we start a petition?
Bench the Patriots.
Patriots just put them in the playoff. They don't even have to play the season. Have the Jets and the Dolphins and the Bills play for.
They do have to play the season because one of them could get hurt. Look at what happened to Edelman.
They don't have to play the season, but they can't start practice
that doesn't mean anything.
The day of.
They can have Edelman, Amendola, and Gronk get hurt, and they're still going to win the division.
I love Gronk. I'm Team Gronk.
I don't like him at all either.
I don't want the Patriots on my team. I don't want any of them. I would take Gronk and his 4 brothers.
Yeah, but what did we say? What did I say? The Steelers and Patriots. What's the only way the Steelers are going to beat the Patriots? They get home field advantage.
Yeah,
and they were right there with them. That's the only way it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Patriots. They're 9-2. They are. I mean, we're going to talk about the other team that gives them, I guess, the competition for being the best team in the NFL right now. But I mean, I hate to say it.
I want a Pennsylvania Super Bowl.
It's possible.
It could happen because
I like all these cocky Eagles fans.
Well, the Eagles won 31-3 yesterday.
Wow, they beat the Bears.
They moved.
Good for the Eagles.
Bears.
Yeah.
They moved to 10-1.
I know.
And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what? Okay, first of all, they haven't beaten anybody that great this year.
I know they haven't.
I know. I don't want to. It's not fair. They're playing. The next 2 games. They're in Seattle and at the Rams. Let's see how they do in those games.
I completely agree.
Let's see how Wentz plays in those games. Yeah, you can beat the Bears, you can beat the 49ers, and you can beat the Browns, you can beat all these teams. Let's see him go out to the West Coast and beat these teams.
I'm not.
Listen, they're very good. I'm not denying it. They're very good.
I'm not saying you're wrong either. I think they have beat some weak teams.
Yeah, but listen, the NFC is so wide open right now. You look at the playoffs right now; it's so wide open. The Eagles do look good. They look very good.
They really do.
Unfortunately,
I just think all the Eagles fans are getting a little cocky.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are.
I live in South Jersey half the week.
What have they done?
They're mostly Eagles fans down there, and they are very, very.
Never won a Super Bowl. The Eagles.
Yeah. Anytime you get crap from an Eagles fan, just ask them how many Super Bowls they have, because at least we have one.
We have one.
Joe Namath.
It may have been the third, but we have one.
Yeah, but like you said, the NFC. Listen, they're 10-1. They're playing well, but they're not beating the best teams. Let's see. This is a real test.
No, this is it.
Seattle and the Rams
on
the road.
Strength of schedule. They had one of the easiest strength of schedule, so far this year. But a lot of people are making arguments, Avi, and this is going to go back to you. A lot of people are saying this is very indicative of the schedule that the Cowboys had last year. Now, I'm notwithstanding the fact that the Cowboys had the hardest schedule this year.
Last year, I don't know if you remember who they beat last year, the Cowboys. They had some big wins.
They did have some big wins, but they had one of the weaker schedules.
Did they have one of the weaker schedules last year?
They did.
Okay.
So, I mean, but that might be, as a Cowboys fan, that might be good for you, because that means the Eagles might be 10-1 right now, could finish maybe with one or two more losses and just crap out in the first round.
Right. Ooh. I hope that would happen. Listen, they're getting a bye, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They're going to get a bye. Them and the Vikings or whoever comes out of the NFC,
I
think it's
South. I think it's going to be the Vikings. The
right.
Vikings are
the Vikings.
Pretty good.
But the Vikings are good. Right now, if I had to pick, I mean, who's the favorite in the NFC right now? You look at. We even talk about the NFC.
The Vikings.
It's stacked.
The Vikings.
It's up for grabs.
I really think the Vikings are the best team.
Okay, that's fine.
I really do. I know
you could trust Case Keenum in the playoffs?
I trust Case Keenum. I trust
because their defense is so good,
just as much as I would trust Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is, I mean, he's never been there before. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Like I said, look at all the motivation they have with the Super Bowl being at home.
I know.
That's all the motivation you need.
I know it.
And they're going to have to win 2 games, most likely. 2 games to get there.
Yep.
They're going to have a home game. And they're going to have to win one more, maybe in Philly. That'd be great to see them.
God, that would be a great NFC.
But listen, you have the Panthers, Saints, the Rams, and the Falcons also, so you can't take those teams away.
Agreed. And those are all proven commodities in the playoffs.
But also like Jared Goff, we don't know what he's going to be in the playoffs.
We'll talk about him in a little bit later. But that was Jared Goff's been the surprise of the season. I mean, seriously, he's been a monster.
It's just a very weird year for the Rams. It's very weird.
We're going to get into the Bills and the Chiefs next, but before we do that, let's throw out that phone number one more time.
609
910 0687.
I don't have the number written down in front of me. Why are you guys pointing at me?
I know. We thought you would remember.
I don't have it written down in front of me either. I just listened to Lauren say it 400 times.
There you go.
Well, there you go. See, I listened to your show, but I didn't remember the number.
You lied.
I did.
Liar.
I called in.
I'm going to try to say it in Spanish, just number by number.
I don't know how to do that.
609 06 8 7.
I lost track of the number.
All right.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Call us, guys.
609-910-0687.
I can say it in sign language.
Call us, guys, to put us out of our misery of people trying to speak in different languages and in languages that you can't see.
Come
on. Good call.
That wasn't so bad.
Okay. So the Bills and the Chiefs have the same record right now. The Bills won 16-10, and they're both 6-5.
Fact.
Chiefs are not what we thought they were. Alex Smith is, like we said all year, can't trust the guy.
Like you said all year.
Yes.
I talked Alex Smith up.
Oh, yeah. I said I wrote down his last 2 games against the Giants and the Bills, his QBR. You know what they were?
Please tell me.
Against the Giants were 38.8. And this past week, 31.4.
Oh, my God. It's terrible.
And I think maybe it's time for a quarterback change. Maybe they're going to throw in the rookie.
No,
not yet.
They already said they weren't going to bench Alex Smith.
They're not going to do it.
Yeah. I read they're not.
And if they lose to the Jets this week, and he plays terrible,
I still don't think you bench Alex Smith.
They might do it. Why not?
What?
Their season's hanging in the balance.
They're still a playoff team.
Exactly, but their season's hanging in the balance. So why not try it? Try him for 1 game.
Okay, and what happens?
And they love him. They love this kid. Why not?
What happens if Mahomes comes in, has 2 plays, and gets hurt?
Okay.
Now you have a dejected Alex Smith as your starting quarterback.
Listen, if he continues to play like this, they're going to make a change. I bet. If their season's hanging in the balance, which it is, they're going to do it. They love this kid. Mahomes. They traded up to get him. They're really high on him.
And look, I'm not going to.
They think he's going to be amazing. Everybody thinks he's going to be amazing.
Alex Smith is not going to be their quarterback next year. He's now played himself out of being their quarterback next year. They can win the Super Bowl this year, and I still don't think Alex Smith will be their quarterback next year.
He's playing a Jets team also that they can get to him. There's not a bad Jets defense.
Jets defense and the way he's the bright spot of their team.
The way he's playing right now, he just lost to the Giants and the Bills.
Yeah,
he lost to the Giants and then at home to the Bills.
I know.
Okay, you got to do something. If they go to the Jets and lose,
it's going to be big.
It's going to be big. It's time for a change.
Maybe.
This is why I said.
But you know what? The Giants have been, it's been time for a change in New York for the past couple of weeks.
But this is why I said it.
McAdoo's still got a job, and Eli Manning's still starting. So
Right. This is why I said I don't trust Alex Smith.
Texans are driving right now. It's 14-7 Ravens right now, and the Texans are driving. They're on the goal line right now. So Tom Savage leading the Texans.
Tommy Savage, my man.
Look, I like the Chiefs. I think they're talented. I think they have a lot of weapons.
And Kareem Hunt, what's going on with him?
I feel like that their level of play has dropped significantly. And I heard something, and I can't remember who said it, and I feel bad because I can't give credit to the person who said it. But it was an NFL analyst. I feel like it was a former player, and I can't remember who it was. But his gripe with the Chiefs was the fact that he says that Andy Reid is too predictable. I don't disagree with that. I think defense has figured out everything that made the Chiefs special this year, and now they have nothing.
They're figuring them out.
I think they have figured them out.
Figured them out.
Yeah.
Like Chip Kelly.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly the example that he used.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Whoever it was, they were like, it's kind of like with a Chip Kelly offense.
1 year.
With the Eagles, where he, in the beginning he was solid, and then he showed his hand, and then everybody knew everything the Eagles were going to do.
And look what happened to Chip Kelly's NFL career.
Look, I'm not saying Andy Reid is a bad coach. I think Andy Reid was in the running for being coach of the year.
Right. He's a Hall of Fame coach, to be honest.
But in all honesty, at this point, they need to start switching things up. They need to start doing something different because it's whatever they're doing right now.
Maybe a quarterback
ain't working.
change. They need a gunslinger out there.
I think they also need somebody who can actually, who can pound the ball. And I don't think Kareem Hunt's doing this job here either.
But they're bringing in Darrelle Revis. Maybe this will change. It'll be a game changer.
They are.
Of course, he's going to play the Jets in his first
game. Jess, how do you feel about that, seeing Darrelle Revis return not only to a football field, but to return to MetLife in his first game to play against the Jets?
He's old.
He's going to have a big game. He's going to have a pick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Nobody expects it. Everybody's like,
he sucks.
Not for nothing. It's been a year, and it's been almost a year full of him getting fresh legs. I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder, especially his first game out.
But this is a reach. I mean, they think he's going to come in and save their season.
Any little thing I think they're trying to pull out to try to help.
Sure, but you're right. He is old.
He is.
He's old.
So, retire.
Right.
Yeah. I think I get it. This is your career, and you're not supposed to retire at 35.
He's made a ton of money too.
But you're old. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna hurt somebody else, and then I'm gonna have to listen to you whine. And then everybody's going to whine about you whining.
Well, no, you won't have to hear about it. He won't be a Jet, so it's,
Yeah, but then,
people in Kansas City will have to hear him whine.
Yeah, and then, the announcers are all like, oh, he's hurt. He's old. What do you expect?
I think that the Chiefs are reaching here, but I think that,
And then it's going to add another half hour to the game because he's going to be laying on the field. Do you see the dilemma there's this?
You sound like you're the one going to the game and not me this week.
Albert, I'm calling a DeAndre Hopkins touchdown right now.
Well, here we go.
Or not.
Completion. That was Lamar Miller. And
why does Monday Night Football suck?
Oh, no, it was Alfred Blue. I'm sorry.
You tell me why?
I don't know
why.
Does, right? I don't know why this game. Honestly, we've had the three worst Monday Night Football games
Monday
ever.
Night's games are always. Sunday night games are always better than the Monday night games.
They are.
Who cares about the Texans or the Ravens?
Me.
Nobody.
You do?
Me.
Why?
The Ravens uniforms are purple.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. No, they're wearing the black uniforms today.
Like
those are good though. Speaking of another team, the Ravens are in it. They win today. They're right in it.
Yeah, they're in the thick of things. It's crazy.
Sorry, it's my foot.
So Seahawks beat the Niners. Not much to talk about there, except for the fact that we kind of got into a little bit about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Maybe he could be the quarterback of the future. We'll see. But the Seahawks are 7-4. They're Russ Wilson had a Russ Wilson game, 228 yards, 2 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. Graham and Vanette picked up a touchdown apiece. Do we think that if the Seahawks do get into the playoffs, that they can do some damage?
I don't think so, honestly, because they're going to be on the road, and they're not the same team on the road as they are at home. I mean, think about who they're going to have to pass. Do you think the Seahawks are going to make the playoffs this year? Think they're going to get in?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it's a stretch.
They're not winning the division. The Rams are going to get the wild card, probably. No, what am I saying? The Rams are winning the division.
Yeah, they're going to win the division, yeah.
But the Seahawks, no, they're not. They're decimated on defense. They have the whole secondary's decimated. But you can never count out Russell Wilson, the Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I agree. I mean, and that's the thing. And that's my point. I don't count them out. I don't sit there and say that they won't. But they won't.
I don't think
they're
making a run, though.
There are literally like 4 teams that I count out at this point.
I think there are 4 teams that are mathematically at least eliminated.
There are 4 teams that's just like you need to just like give up the rest of the season. Just
are the Jets one of them?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Who?
Close.
So who are the 4 teams?
The Giants.
Yeah, I would think so.
The Browns, aren't they like 0-10?
That's a good call. The Browns, yeah.
I think that they should just like cut their losses at this point.
Just rest their players for the rest of the year.
You know what? Y'all played good. Like you guys had a great go. However, we're not gonna make it this season. Go home to your families. We'll start again in the spring. We'll give you all a call. But until then, like
they should have open tryouts for the Browns to play for them.
I agree.
Ooh, I would
totally go. Yeah,
I'd go.
I guarantee you, Christian Hackenberg would start for the Browns.
Ooh.
He probably would.
Yeah.
I'd become a Browns fan.
Throw him out there.
Ew.
I would.
You what?
For Chris Hackenberg.
She said he should become a Browns fan. We can't be friends anymore.
Just for Chris Hackenberg.
We can't be friends anymore.
I will like still be a Jets fan, but I'll watch the Browns play.
Fair enough.
Oh, and the 49ers, they're done.
Yeah, agreed.
That's a good point.
Because everybody else, because then there's like 4 teams that are like 3-8 right now, so they're all fending for like last place. That like they're still playable.
My gosh, I feel bad for the quarterback that's gonna be drafted by the Browns this year. Whatever quarterback does not want to be picked number 1.
I still am not completely, shutting the door on Deshaun Kaiser, but that's just me. All right, so we got about 9 minutes left, so let's
talk about me.
We have 2 things really big to talk about. So the Broncos lost to the Raiders 21-14, and the game was what it was. But how about that fight?
Oh yeah, I just saw they got suspended 2 games.
Yeah. That's Aqib Talib and Michael
Crabtree.
Crabtree.
Are you surprised by these guys fighting?
There was a brawl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big brawl.
Talib now.
Talib, you can't be surprised at all.
Talib now owns 2 of Michael Crabtree's chains.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Those memes.
It could have been better. The fight though. Could have been better.
Well, Talib didn't want to take his helmet off.
The AJ Green fight was pretty.
Well, AJ Green put somebody in a sleeper hold.
That's right. But I mean, these two.
Who was in the wrong? I just found it.
It's a corner. It's a
always
corner.
Talib.
It's a corner.
It's always
It's Talib. But you know what? They're holding each other. This is what happens all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
They just don't like each other.
They don't like each other. No. They just let them go.
That was the high point of the game. The Broncos are 3-8, and pretty much they're done. And the Raiders are 5-6. I mean, they can make a run, but I don't see it happening. I don't think they
not
just
their
don't
year.
have it.
It's like the Cowboys. They had high expectations. Not the year.
It wasn't their
Marshawn
year.
Lynch was a big bust.
Yeah.
For them, which can't say I'm so surprised. But Derek Carr also, he's the only hope for that team.
Agreed.
Right now.
So the Jags losing a heartbreaker to the Cardinals, 27-24.
Not surprised.
No, what do you think of that decision at the end of the game, though? That the Jags decided to throw the football when they, as time was ticking down, and it gave Arizona enough time to throw a couple of passes to set up the field goal for Phil Dawson. I mean, what the hell were they thinking?
Bad coaching.
That's
bad
horrible.
You can't blame Blake Bortles for that.
They weren't thinking. Or they were like, let's just go for it.
Still, but at that point, that's bad. That's just horrible coaching.
Yeah,
horrible coaching.
Maybe he's trying to get fired.
This is the worst time.
The Jaguars are 7-4.
It's the worst time of the year to have bad coach decisions like that. They need their wins. Look at that. They lost to the Cardinals. I'm not surprised. Listen, I'm not surprised they lost. The Cardinals are competitive.
But they lost to the Blaine Gabbert-led Cardinals. Their third-string quarterback.
True.
They should have.
It's embarrassing.
They should have trounced that team.
Well, honestly, let's be honest. Fournette is not 100%.
He's not, and he's killing my.
And
fantasy
Blake Bortles is Blake Bortles, so you never know with him.
Yeah.
And it's a tough game to go on the West Coast. They're always going to play tough, the Cardinals.
I mean, AP had another good game, but they're getting beat by Blaine Gabbert and Ricky Seals-Jones and Jerron Brown.
Who?
Exactly.
Who's the second guy you said?
Ricky Seals-Jones.
Ricky Seals-Jones?
That is the Arizona Cardinals wide receiver who caught a touchdown for them.
Ricky Seals-Jones.
Yes. He had 72 yards and a touchdown. Who the hell is that? And why is he beating the Jaguars? The Jaguars are not going to be the team that everybody thought they could have been if they don't win these games. Good teams win the winnable games. They are not a good team if they lose to a team like the Cardinals. You can be okay with the games that the Patriots lost. I'm not okay with the game with the Jaguars losing to the Cardinals.
No, it's inexcusable. They have to, and that division is so winnable. They could run away with this division. The Tennessee's not playing great.
Absolutely.
And they're probably still going to get in the playoffs.
They probably will. But that loss puts the Titans into the actual slot as being the top, on the top of the division, and it moves the Jaguars into being on the hot seat with a wild card berth.
But get ready for Blake Bortles in the playoffs. He's going to be terrible. Just watch, just see.
I know. And if they don't have Fournette at 100%, what does that team have?
Right. Exactly.
Marquise Lee, who is talented but keeps dropping passes.
Do you know we're looking right now if the Jacksonville? We're looking at a Jacksonville Tennessee first round matchup.
No, I can't. It's not possible. Not in the same division. The two division teams can't play each other.
Oh, they can't play. So Jacksonville, Kansas City, or Jacksonville and Chargers. It's gonna be bad. Whoever they play is gonna be a bad game.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad.
It's gonna have Pittsburgh, New England in the bye. Then you're gonna have Buffalo, Jacksonville.
Ew.
Cincinnati, maybe. Cincinnati's still in it. Can you believe it?
Ew. Those are the teams in the AFC. Ew.
The Chargers are climbing though.
They are. They're doing well.
Yeah,
real quick, because we have 5 minutes left, and that Saints-Rams game, man.
Big game.
Saints are 8-3. Rams are 8-3. The Rams got a big win. Man, how impressed are you with Jared Goff?
I'm impressed, but listen, it's the same like Carson Wentz. Look at their second year. They're playing out of their minds, these guys. But we don't know what they really are. I mean, I have to think that Jared Goff is for real.
I think he is.
You have to think, just like Carson Wentz. But Jared Goff's doing it in a division.
In a much tougher division.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. This team is definitely the story of the season so far.
Absolutely.
I think so, without a doubt.
This is a team that should have been in Hard Knocks.
I'm curious to see how. And they're playing well.
They are.
They're playing real well. You know who their defensive coordinator is, right? Wade Phillips.
Yeah.
He just seems like wherever he goes, he makes the team, the defense is great.
Yeah. I mean, who was talking about the Rams defense last year?
Yeah, nobody.
Exactly.
And now they're playing in a tiny little stadium.
Me.
You?
In
you
case
did?
you wanted to know, I was.
But they're playing in a little dinky stadium in LA.
I know.
Avi's getting so pissed at me right now.
No, I'm not pissed.
Our headphones are both connected to the same jack, and I keep hitting it.
Oh my god!
I'm not pissed.
Jessica. Alvin Kamara. Is this kid not? He's not special.
Did you see that hurdle?
This kid is super special.
Oh my god!
He's unbelievable.
I always want to do that football. That's probably
not you.
To do that. How long before he's running do you think he thinks I'm going to jump over this guy?
I don't know. I love it.
Is it so instinctual? He just thinks I'm going to jump over this guy.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
I
no,
think
that's
he
what
literally just sees it. Like he's just like
he sees the guy. He sees the guy about to go down, and he just.
I think he realizes he's jumping while he's jumping.
Yeah, I think
he's
it's
wow,
all
that
instinct.
Was a great thing
That's the
to
great.
do.
A hurdle is the greatest thing ever.
I love
jumping over a guy like that.
Yeah, I love it.
He's ridiculous, man. What a
so
find!
Talented.
What a find!
Yeah. The Saints are 8-3. They're not by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, it's a tough loss. And and
they lost by 6 to a talented team.
But they're coming next week. They're playing Carolina.
It's gonna be
8-3.
That's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch.
This might be for the division. This game.
And last but not least, the Packers were really competitive against the Steelers. How about Brett Hundley?
Yeah.
I crapped on Brett Hundley every single time we talked about him, but he was 17 for 26, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ben Roethlisberger had 4, and Antonio Brown played out of his mind.
What about another catch? Talking about that catch.
Oh my God!
What a catch!
Every time there's a noteworthy Antonio Brown catch.
He's ridiculous.
He's the best wide receiver in football.
Yeah, and they have arguably the best running back in football, and they have a great Hall of Fame quarterback. But Brett Hundley, how composed does he look? He looks like Dak Prescott composed. You know what I mean? He looks calm, cool. He looks cool.
Good.
He played well.
Yeah. Against another team. Hey, the Packers might have won this week, and they would have, been, 6-5, and still in
it.
Talks for a playoff spot.
In it.
They're not mathematically eliminated yet. They have just as much of a chance as some of these other teams, but man. Without Aaron Rodgers, though, it just seemed like the team was going to fall apart. Maybe Brett Hundley's not as bad as we thought he was going to be.
No, he's not as bad. I don't know if he's the heir apparent. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is going to be there for a while.
Oh, of course.
But listen, he's learning. This is going to Pittsburgh and play like that.
Yeah,
it shows something.
So just being that Jess is our guest, Jess, what's your prediction for the way this season ends? Who do you see winning the Super Bowl at the end of the year? What's your pick?
She wants to say the Patriots.
She doesn't.
I don't want to, but like, how do you not?
I think honestly, it's coming out of the NFC. I really think it's coming out of the NFC.
So then, who's your pick?
Right now, if I had to pick, it's tough.
Gun to head.
It's tough.
You got to pick a team.
Oh man, I'm not picking the Eagles because
gun to my head. I'm just gonna shout the first name that comes to me. I don't care if it's right or not. I'll say the freaking Giants.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna say? I'll shock you. I'm gonna say the Saints.
Okay, that's not a bad pick. I think you guys know who mine is.
The Patriots.
It's the Vikings.
Oh, the Vikings. You like the Vikings? Okay.
I do. I think you're right. I think it will come out of the NFC this year, and I think it's going to be the Vikings.
It's so tough. But how can we just don't want to pick the Patriots. Let's be honest. I don't think they're.
I don't want to pick the Steelers either.
Right.
I'm a Jets fan. I don't like either of those teams.
Exactly.
How'd you feel if I throw out like the Titans?
I would love to see the Titans win the Super Bowl. I would love it. Nothing would make me happier. This way I can tell Avi that Mariota was the breakout superstar of the year because he brought his team.
But not because of him.
To a Super Bowl.
Not because of him.
Doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference.
I highly doubt the Titans are going to do it.
No, I like Jess's pick. I think the Titans are going to do it.
Thank you.
I like it. I'm with it.
We'll see.
All right, so that's our show for this week. Thank you guys for for calling and for listening. And stay tuned. I know we weren't here last week, but that's because the studio is being used by somebody else, and we had no control over that. But we'll be here next week, and every week we possibly can. And if we're not going to be here, we'll try to tell you before we're not going to be here, so you don't waste your time trying to listen to us. But this was the Opening Whistle radio show for Avi Schiffman and Jessica McKeever. Thank you guys, as always, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Opening Whistle Radio Show on MetsonRadio.com. For more information, go to Facebook.com/The Slam Sessions Podcast Network. We'll see you next week.